The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.
Greetings, my fellow warriors, about Meckanimal, and today we are starting a new cycle. First day of the next 4 week of my next mesocycle, and we are training the upper body today, specifically the max effort modality. And this the movement we're prioritizing is the pulling movement today. So max effort weighted pull-up. I'm going to be using the variation of the looped band across my back, which is a style that I've found lately, and it has shown to be quite useful to help me cover the top range, because top range is usually a range that's commonly hard to tame and master, and the tricky part is not to get too attached to the tool and abuse it. So it is to be used quite sparingly. And 3 weeks ago I've used the Chinup version, so this week I'm going to be using the pronated grip pull-up version. So my goal is to at least get 80 kilogram, 176 pound, or possibly, given that it is the first time I'm trying it on the pronated grip, I'm trying to see which finger I should place the band to have the better sensation and better feeling. I put it between the third and my forefinger, or between the second and my third finger. So I'm trying to figure out which will be the best positioning, give me the best comfort. And now that I've covered the 176 pound, I'm gonna go for 187 pound, which is 85 kilogram, and I will see how that goes. Just gonna give the best efforts, at least chin to the ball, even if I cannot pull over the ball, which I'm feeling is gonna be so, because it is quite heavy, which is pretty good. Form was good, and now that the max effort is done, I'm following it up with some volume work. And for volume work, I'm using the Chinup version, the supinated grip, and we shall do 3x5. So this is an ongoing progression from 132 pound 3 weeks ago. So this week I add 2.5 kilogram, which is about 5.5 pound, and which add up to 137 pound all the previous sets, which is all good. And yes, bench press. I've debated for the longest if I should include it, because guess what, during my deload I've taken up on me to test some bench press, and it had been about 2.5 years. So after 2.5 years of not touching the bench, I was able to pull off about 300 pound, and I tried to remain conservative because it was a deload. Any uncalled for exertion would not be wise, which my friend reminded me. And then so after that I was like, what if I was to start benching? And that's the deload session. When we rewind, I went for 275 for double, and then from there I went to 300, which I did a single. I felt I had at least another one in me, and I wanted to go for a nice 315, right? Because that's the classic load, which was reminded, well, that's the deload. So I decided to just stick to 300 and then continue my deload and rest up. So when it was time to adjust my current cycle. I've been debating to use the bench press as an accessory, and still figure. So here I am this week doing a 3x10 at 225. This is the narrower grip, which I'm more comfortable with, and previously I've tried the wider grip, which will mostly emphasize my chest use. This again, the third set being the wider grip, and I've been trying to figure out which grip I will use to build on. And I feel like even though I'm not comfortable with this wide grip, that will be the grip that will let me work the part of the muscle that I will use. I mean, that I will need for my weighted dip. That's not being used quite well, the chest. So why use a narrow grip to emphasize my tricep when I already have some strong triceps and I get quite enough stimulus from the weighted dip? So I figured that going on and using the little wider grip will be a smarter choice, which I'm going to be using in a bi-weekly frequency to build on that. And I'm just gonna keep on set of 10s and build some volume with that. And maybe in the future, when I feel good in one of my deload, I may go for some new max efforts on the bench press. But that's not gonna be anytime soon, because figuring out my ultimate loads on the bench press is not main goal of mine, and we shall see. So that being said, that was all my max efforts work today. I keep it simple on that day because work, so by any means I get it done and back to work, training clients. Sometimes it's in between client that I get to slide my work in. So that is for those people complaining about not being able to get the job done. It's just a matter of priority, It make things happen. Things that you value must will find a way to your schedule. Everything is and will always be the Meckanimal way. Salutes. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.
The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.